Good afternoon, guys. This is my working room. This is my study room. Today, this afternoon, I'm gonna tell you about Python programming, and by means of some utilities, we'll try to find out the details of this programming language, and as long as my directory allows me, and of course if I have enough time, we will go further and further to understand the sophisticated specifications of Python programming language. Let me introduce myself for the beginners, for the very first viewers. I'm a retired engineer, Bachelor of Science Electrical Engineering. During my active business years, I always interested in many areas, many different specific topics in science, technology, programming, engineering, etc., etc., etc. And besides all this, I always interested in foreign languages. In fact, during my high school years and in university, I progressed my English, and afterwards, thanks to my self-deduction, I learned French and Spanish and a little bit technical German, and etc. This is going on like this. Today, just not to waste our time, I'm gonna start today's agenda, today's program. Since last recordings, I have gained some experience with this utility, and hopefully there will not be any undesired things. Okay, this screen, you will see PyCharm utility. This is a software development environment, IDE environment, especially for Python programming. I use this version here. Instead of creating a new project, I prefer to go on the prepared one. I have already prepared. I already studying on this subdirectory, and I click on this directory. Okay. During the course of this Python, I'm gonna describe the menu tab and its functions. But for the time being, I find it not so much useless. Just when we need it. To paraphrase, I will go step by step. Whenever we need it, okay, I will describe it. Okay, that's the case. And this is the first step to start up our Python studies. I'm not call this activity as a tutorial or a course, just this experience sharing. I say it, I call it experience sharing. This is the very first Python code. This is famous as Hello World startup. In Python, this is since it is interpreted language. Commands are interpreted line by line, and step by step the programmer codes what he or she desires to be executed, and after that it is interpreted by means of Python interpreter. What we desire to be screened at the computer screen, just we put it in like this. When we try to run it, okay, we get the result, the output. Merhaba dünya. This is written in my native language for the sake of mother tongue. Excuse me for this, but afterwards I always use universal language, I mean English language. Okay, the other Python code that I prepared to present you in order to comprehend what the Python is like this. Just I said, line by line, the first line will display this phrase, and at the second line, this is called the second line. Okay, when I run this, just as you see, when I right click at the mouse, I can use this run demo command. Instead of this, just you can choose to use it here like this, or just where is my other stuff? Okay, you can also start up here. All this depends on my configuration when I install this, and somehow it can be changed whatever you want to it is look like to be. And when I run this code, okay, just I want to be sure about this is the demo, right? Okay. I would like to focus on here. Just you can see this is one line, one command line, and this is the second command line. So it is printed in separate lines, right? If we would like to prefer it to be written, to be displayed at the same line, just we place the strings or things to be displayed on the screen at the same line, right? This, and this is a comma. This magic comma just enables us to be printed, to be displayed at the same line, like this. Merhaba dünya, hello Python world. Okay, let's go more quickly. This is my another Python code. Just I would like to show you the function of this \n. \n stands for making a blank line between two strings, like this. Just this is the first string we would like to be displayed on the screen, Merhaba dünya, and \n, and without giving any space, and hello world, hello Python world, right? So let's make it run. What am I talking? 3, yes. Okay. Just please be care about this. \n just makes it to be printed, to be displayed the next line, right? Even if we mention in a single command, it interpreted as like this. Okay, this is my the fifth Python code. Here I declare a string variable as a equals merhaba dünya. Okay, and I also declare another variable b equals hello Python world. So let me focus on the functions of print command, print method. In fact, I would like to prefer just to be displayed, just to be printed a, b, and a blank print. Just we'll see its function, and a comma b to be printed all together, and a plus b. It seems somehow as an arithmetic operation, but of course it's different from pure math. And another blank print, and multiplication of this is the example of multiplication of strings, and we'll see its function, and b times 3. Let me run this code, and we will see the results. Okay. Oops. Okay, it starts here. The first string was merhaba dünya. It's printed at the first line, and at the second line it's printed our second string, hello Python world, and sorry. The third print command stands for to leave a space between the previous one and the next to be printed, and print empty print command just runs to leave a line. And after that, just focus on this one. Print a plus b. That means the strings a and b will be printed on the same line, right? Merhaba dünya, and it is as a default it leaves only one space, right? And what is next? And a plus b. This stands for this is called concatenation of strings. Concatenation. I mean to add strings without leaving any space the end of the first one and the beginning of the second one, like this. And just you can overcome this one by leaving a space at the very beginning of this one, or just at the first one, right? Let's keep the originality, yes. And I would like to leave another empty line. This is for this purpose, and print a times 2. A times 2. That means the interpreter will interpret it as a string, and it will be repeated once again without leaving any space between them, right? Oops. And this is another command to repeat the second string. I prefer the multiplier 3. Okay. Let's go with another Python code. Here I would like to introduce the input command, input utility for that. Sometime we would like to user should be enter some strings or some data with keyboard or mouse, anyway, I/O devices, input devices. Here at the first input command will accept user entry, and before that it will be printed on the screen a message, a string. Lütfen Türkçe selamlayınız. This is the Turkish version of please greet in English. Okay, and what stands for this \n/n? Just I preferred to leave two space line, two empty lines, okay, and another two empty lines. Actually, magically, it helps us to be left at where it is left while we try to enter in keyboard. Otherwise, our mouse cursor can be left wherever it is when we look at the console, output console, right? This is a hint. Another string is please greet in English, and also it will be left empty spaces. Okay, let's see the result. It will expect two inputs, and before that it will be displayed these messages. Let's make it run. Lütfen Türkçe selamlayınız. Merhaba dünya. Hello world. Please greet in English. Hello Python world. Okay, just you can see the result why I use this one. Okay, instead of leaving more than one empty lines, you can prefer just to use only one, right? You understand? This is the case. This is why I use this one. Okay. And what about the result? Okay, after running this line, merhaba dünya, by leaving a space, just I would like to focus on this. Hello Python world, right? And the second one, string concatenation, that means just concat two strings one by one. And hello world without any space, hello Python world, merhaba dünya, and hello Python world. Let's go another demo file. In this demo file, I would like to show you more than one variables to be concatenated, to be printed together, and just to show the string meaning. For example, any figures, any numbers can be considered as string or not. Just to give you an idea about that. The aim of the purpose of this code snippet is like this. And variable a equals 2, variable b equals 3, and without any decimal dot, just mention this, and variable c equals 5.0, a float point variable, I mean. And at the first printing, the variables a and b will be printed by giving an empty or default by leaving a empty space between two variables, right? And another one, string concatenation, and at the first third print command, all three variables will be concatenated without leaving any space. and I prefer to leave a space just for the sake of understanding easily, understandability. And at this command, the figures 2 and 3 will be considered as strings, one character strings. So just we can manipulate them as long as they are string. Okay, just I'd like to be concatenated these two variables, string variables. And at the last line, just I'd like to show you, I prefer to convert the string into integer form, and this is another one, and concatenated two integers so as to be a single one and printed. I call it type conversion. This is called as type conversion. By the way, this hashtag stands for explanation startup, and as long as this is placed here, you can do anything for command and paraphrasing the things. It cannot be interpreted in real time. Okay, just we wonder about the result, and let me run this one. Yes. So A equals to B3. Just as you can see, at the end of the first print command, right? The figures, the variables 2 and 3 is printed by leaving a space, right? And at this one, I make a pure math. In fact, yeah, this is the second one. Yes, 2 times 2 plus 3 equals 5. It is written, displayed here. And what about the third print command? A plus B plus C. Okay, this is 2 times 5. 5 times 5.0 equals to 10.0. Okay, it is in Python. Type conversion is done automatically. That is a native specification, native feature. So it is written here like this, and another empty line, and thanks to empty print command, and like this. Instead of calculating their arithmetic value, we would like to prefer to be displayed as a graphical one, just like this. So 2 and 3 will be printed together without being added, without being summed, thanks to this notation. And at here, this is an example of type conversion. Just instead of showing them in string form, I converted it integer, and this is a simple integer sum operation, addition operation. Okay, understand? So far so good, I think. Guys, actually I have no idea about this is going very slowly or very quickly, but as far as I understand, the commands, the explanations are very clear, and instead of listening me, just you can keep on at the screen, and while whenever I focus my cursor, my mouse cursor, just focus on there, and cursor will show you, will give all the answers. Just you can think, you hesitate to understand, or not easy to understand at the first run. Just I want to make such explanation, and a small coffee break, I think. Okay. Sorry about that. let's go on with demo. Yes, we completed to show the result, and demo 7. Here instead of declaring any string or any variable to be considered as a string, I prefer to enter the string in a single line. In fact, I prefer such a notation that it is possible to present like this. Actually, this is a single command, right? Single print command. Okay, this is the open parenthesis and this is the close parenthesis, right? And what stands this? All things what it is done inside the input command converted into a float, right? And what is inside the parenthesis? The program, this command will expect an input from the user. That means you have to look at the output console or to input the data, and probably there will be a paraphrasing, there will be a command that directs the user to enter a number, and another one, enter another number please. This will be displayed on the screen after you enter a value by means of the keyboard. Okay, it seems so simple, and let me directly show you the result. Oops. Okay, yeah. Enter a number. Let me see. 3. There's another number please. I prefer 5. Okay, 3 plus 5 equals 8, and as I said before, the result inside of the whole bunch will be converted into 8.0. In fact, conversion is executed here, right? Executed here, but and also summation, some addition is interpreted here, thanks to this operator. Sorry, but it's not printed yet, so we don't have any idea about how it will be displayed as an integer or just like as we entered, or as a float. Okay, the result will be a float value and 8.0. Okay, easy, very easy. And what next? Demo 8. Here I declare a variable as float, as at the end float, and I prefer to multiply it with a string. In fact, this is a string, just you can see here, and I multiply this another one. Okay, so whatever I entered will be interpreted or converted into integer, right? So there comes an input, so this command will expect an data entry from the user, and this is the hint what his or she's gonna do. Please enter a number, right? So I just left a space here, just not to confuse like this. Okay, just look here. Okay, just you have to care about the number of the closing parentheses. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right. Otherwise, it gives an error, and okay, it gives an error, a fault. Print A and print integer A. Just can you guess how the output will be? Can you guess? Okay, we'll see together. Please enter a number. 10. Oops. I just want to repeat once again. This is let's make it small. Okay. Just look here. What I entered is 2. That means integer 2, right? Integer 2. So 2 is used as a multiplication factor for this string, right? 1, 2, 3. This is a string. So this string is repeated 2 times. And I prefer to show it as float, and the 0 and decimal point and the 0 is added. Just we could prefer to be displayed as a pure manner without leaving any decimal point. So we add an int keyword here, so it's printed is like this. Just we can prefer whatever this, for example, hey. 3 times. What is wrong with this? We have to keep it as decimal, right? Otherwise it cannot be converted into okay, let's go with this 9.1. Okay, I declare here a variable x equals 5, print x and print x plus 10. How the result will be displayed? 5 and 5 plus 10 equals to 15. As long as it is numerical, there will not come any problem. Okay, just like this. Yes. Hey guys, some of time instead of repeating small files, I prefer to write another small snippet to show you, just to save time. You can see more than one specification to be learned at a step, one step. Okay, x equals 5, and this variable equals x plus 2. And what happens here? The variable y is considered as a string for the time being, and after that this is also another string, so it will be concatenated, right? Concatenated, and after that it will be printed. And what is next? Okay, we'll go step by step, right? Once again, the x variable is numerical 5, y variable is 5 plus 7, okay, and it is converted to string, and this is another, right? Okay, this is 7 and 2. Okay, this is the first output. Okay, just I can prefer to keep a empty line here. Yeah. Just to indicate here. Okay, 7 2. And what about the next one? This notation you can be familiar. That stands for like this. Right? Instead of writing like this, just we can prefer. This is the same, right? So we accept the latest value of y, and we add 3, and we print once again, right? 72 times 3 equals 75, right? Because we have already converted it into integer, right? This is important. Otherwise, it would be considered as a string. So, thanks to this integer conversion, we can go on with arithmetic operation. And after that, we printed it once again, and I preferred here to show another notation similar to addition. This is the multiplication, just stands for, oops. Okay, and we printed the value of y once again after we multiply it. Just consider it was 75, and we multiply the 75, and just at this phase, at this step, I subtract 100. Can you follow me? Yes, 115 minus 100, and print once again as the result, as to get the so as to get the result 50, and this is the final example for the notation. So I divide it with 5. So this is the printing command. Float value equals to, and integer value this. Just I prefer to show the result value as a float one, just like this, okay, as we found at this step, or like integer value without any decimal point, right? And what is next? X equals 3, and another variable number equals 19. This I know why there is some curly paraphrasing here. This utility is too sophisticated, so I have to care about not to give any under curly brackets. So this command takes the number and takes the another variable and divides a simple division, and this is the percent, this is the remaining division, division with remaining value. It's called as division with remaining value. Just let me run this one also. Okay. The result is a floating one, right? And what is next? 6 times 3 equals 18. And what is left? What's the remaining value after this number? 1, of course. Let me do this. So. Yes, you can understand. 1 is the remaining value as a result of the division of 4 divide 3. Okay, let's go with Boolean values. Okay, just as in other programming languages, there are Boolean variables in Python also. I mean true or false, or not true, not false, as not true, not false. Let me declare my Boolean variable. Yes, as true. Please be care about this is the uppercase, not lowercase. This is important, otherwise it's not gonna be considered as a keyword, major keyword. And this command prints my Boolean variable. Probably, absolutely, it will be true, right? And here let me introduce our if comparison keyword. If, open parentheses, 2 equals 3, instead of 1 equal sign, we use 2 equal signs for showing equality, I mean. Otherwise it will be considered as a declaration. This is the left side and this is the right side, so the value at the right side will be assigned to the left side. It's gonna be considered like this, and in order to stop this misunderstanding, we prefer this one. And what is next? Just here, this is semicolon stands for that there will be a block starting here, and all things in this block with an indentation will be run, will be executed as long as there will come another indentation, right? Maybe it's confusing at the first step, but you will understand step by step, going one by one. Okay, after this semicolon, I say that interpreter that this command will be within this block, right? Okay, with this block. Print my fake boolean is, I just this because this is inequality, this illogical, right? So I prefer to say it, to call it fake boolean is comma my boolean variable. Do you wonder if this will be printed or not? Okay, let's see afterwards. Okay, if and else command, the other part of the sister part of this else is this if command is else, and please take care about this indentation. If else, right, at the same line, same indentation, with the same indentation. Else, otherwise, that means print my true boolean value. Boolean is my boolean variable. Okay, this is one block. In fact, this is one block. Okay, let me insert a empty print command here, just to show separatedly, and after that, okay, instead of going further, just we will see the result. I think that's gonna be easier, I think. Yeah. Oops. Yes. Okay. At first, yeah, we are here like this, because this is the demo is executed. This is the hint where we left. Okay. This print command is executed, interpreted, right? Of course, we assigned it as true at the very beginning. It's printed as true, right? And I wonder if which one is printed. This is not true. The value of the logical value of this is not 1. This is 0. That means false. Even if it is true, it would be printed, but this is not correct. So the false option, false alternative will be printed. So this is printed, right? My true boolean is true. Of course, there is no change with the logical value of our variable, and just I prefer to leave a space. Okay, let me focus on the second part of our snippet. If my boolean variable is not 0, this is a hint. This is a fake, just for the sake of being funny, I think, isn't equal to 0. So there comes original value of my boolean variable is yes, my boolean variable else. That means my boolean variable equals to 0. That means my boolean variable equals to false. Other saying, my boolean variable is not true, it is false. This is not the case. So this will not be printed, right? Sorry, it is gonna print it, right? This is gonna print it, because there is another command for that. So this selection, this option is printed because our boolean variable in fact equals to true. Right? So what is the next presentation, next showing? So there comes 2 empty lines, right? You can see the result here, 2 empty lines. And new invalid value of my boolean variable is just, I prefer to show such a notation because boolean variables can be true or false, or other saying 1 or 0, not a 3 state, not a third one. So just for the sake of funny thing, I prefer to indicate this, and I named it invalid value. Invalid value. This is not a boolean value, in fact, just not to confuse any mind confusion, not to cause any mind confusion. What about the third one? And 13 one, sorry. Print. Just at this example, I wanted to summarize to summarize the notation and to give an idea about that. Print hello equals hello by saying single or double, and print true equals to 1, and print two empty lines. True does not equal to true, like this. This is string. This string. True equals true. And print type true. Okay, let me leave other phase. When we run this code, yes, okay, double empty spaces, right, okay. In fact, that means there is no difference between this notation and this notation. Equals hello equals hello, 1 equals to 1. Yes, this is true. The true is printed on the screen and leaves an empty line. True equals to 1. This also true as a logical. Okay, and two empty lines like here, and true does not equal to true. Okay, because types they are different types in fact. So this phrase, this is true in logically true, and true equals to true, false, because there is not equality between this one. And what is next? Just we would like to see the types of our variables. In fact, true or false or strings can be variables. So just after using in a long computer program or somebody used them, we would like to find out their types, the final version of types. Just we can use this command, print open parenthesis type true. So it is given here. Okay, just I would like to see the result. Okay, this is what I expect. True or false are the members of Boolean family. Bool, yes. This is a string, right? And this is the integer, right? This is the integer. Let me add another one. Print type okay, just as we expect, floating, right? You got it? Okay. For example, print type. What is in the memory of this program? No? Okay. There is nothing about the y variable. Name y is not defined. Understand? Just it is indicated here. It can give an idea about that any variable could have been used or not. Just I can use for this purpose in order to give you an opportunity to use that letter as a variable. Understand? Okay, demo 14.py. If this is a comparison also, numeric comparison. If 10 equals 5, if 10 greater than 5, right? So, if this is true, okay, this is true in fact, print 10 is greater than 5, okay? This is a string to be printed, and print another line, program ended, as program ended. Okay, just after we run this snippet, just we can see that as long as this expression is true, this line will be printed, right? Otherwise, we could use if-else structure, but just here I would like to show you the result of this comparison and the final message to be added to this comparison. Just it could be desired such a topic, such a task. And what about our next example? Okay, I declared a variable as spam equals 7, right? And I start a comparison. If spam greater than 5, and it's gonna print as 5. Just I wonder if spam greater than 5? Yes. So the first selection will be printed, right? Just as a guess, as an estimation. If spam greater than 8, no, there is no such a thing. Print 9, that start nonsense in fact. And if spam equals to 7, yeah, spam value is unchanged, and the spam is printed. So what conditions are met here? The first one, okay, the first condition is met, is realized in fact. So 5 is printed, and I made another comparison here. This just I added this example for the sake that if we make a comparison, that doesn't necessarily mean that we cannot make any extra comparison about that. Just we can go to compare other criteria. Of course, there is another point here. Please take care about the indentation. Just look, all comparisons are not in a nested manner, right? I didn't start the if comparison, the other independent comparison here, okay? Otherwise, it could be considered as a function of this block. Just to be careful about that is very crucial. It is very important. Please consider this. And we're going on if else commands. Just I at the first line I make a comparison here. 1 plus 1 does equal to 2. of course, right, I think. And this is the nested structure. If 2 times 2 equals to 8, 2 times 2 equals to 5, no, probably it's not gonna print it out. I just indicated it as if phrase, and I just found out this. Thanks to the sophistication of this PyCharm utility, the command that is not be executed or interpreted by the program is shown as a hint. Just look at this phrasing. This code is unreachable. That means it is not gonna be printed out at all anyway. Okay, thanks. You are smarter than me, yeah. And the other part of the if comparison is else. Print else. I mean, if okay, else, and print 3 empty spaces, empty lines. If 1 plus 1 does not equal to 2, so print the correct code is 2, and else the correct sum is 2. Does that get unreachable? Anyway, okay, let's make it run the code and see the results. Demo 16, yes, our output starts here, else. Okay, just as the program gives us this hint, the if line is not, if string is not printed, but instead of this, else is printed, because actually this not true is not to be executed, and else is executed, and 3 empty lines just indicated by this command. If 1 plus 1 does not equal to true, it is not unreachable. That means it's not going to be printed out anyway at all, and this is the correct sum, plus this is the printed out as we expected. Okay, there we go. Demo 17. We have a variable number 7. If number 7 equals to 5, no. Else if number equals to 11, no. Elif, as if this is the notation, elif number 7 number equals to 7, right, is gonna print it out, right? And else, this is the default value. If nothing of these comparisons are met, so the final else is executed, interpreted. Number isn't 5, 11, or 7. It is not the case, because our number variable equals to 7. So we can say that this is not printed at all. So the expected value, is this. Let's make it run. Number 7, right? Number is 7. This is printed out. Is there anyone lost so far? So far so good? Yes, step by step it becomes less easier. I don't want to say difficult, because in fact nothing of it is difficult. It's very easy to understand, step by step, and seeing the proper examples, proper samples. Just anyone can understand Python programming language This is my motto. Instead of eating all the things, you will get indigestion. So in order not to be constipation, medical terms, you go with digestion. After each command you learn, you became familiar about one by one, after one day after another day. Okay. Demo 18. I prefer to give a combined comparison here. If open parenthesis 1 equals to 1, okay, this is somehow an indication just to expect the affirmative value or the true value, I can say. And this is the logical and, open parenthesis 2 plus 2 greater than 3, right? In mathematically this is true. That just I can foresee that true and true equals true, as we learned in university years, somehow in high school years, for the new generations. I don't have any idea in high school courses do they mention logical comparisons or not in math lectures, math courses, and print as true. Else, what stands for else? Else means that the expression above is not true anyhow, is not true. That means the result of the upper expression, the result of the upper comparison is not true. But we've seen that true and true means true. So this command will not be printed. Okay, this code is unreachable. Our sophisticated utility, PyCharm utility, gives this hint. Just we'll run and see the result. In fact, the effect of this logical combined logical demo 18, yes, here, true. Okay, this is printed. Just we could prefer whatever we desire to be printed here. For example, the result of this combined logical comparison, logical comparison is true. Just this will be printed. The result is combined logical comparison. Sorry, this is English is not my native language, so somehow just there comes some spelling fault, spelling errors. The result of this combined logical comparison is true. True. Okay. The else branch is not performed, is not executed anyhow, because our combined comparison gives a positive, a true affirmative result. How about demo 19? In this demo, just I change comparison criteria to make in our mind runs in a different manner, in negative manner. If not true, that means 0. Okay, print 1. As if not another comparison, 1 plus 1 equals 3. That means fault. This is fault. Fault, the negation of fault or false is true in fact. Print 2. Else, the default else, the final branch, print 3. Who can guess the result for the time being? Just who can guess? What branch will be printed out? You wonder? Execute and see. Of course, though, because the negation of this negation gives a positive true expression, right? 2 will be printed out. In our final demo 20, I intended to summarize the logical specifications, logical expressions, and let's go step by step. Print false equals false or false. Just this is the hint. Just ignore this, right? Please ignore this. And print false does not equal to false, and true or false. And print does not equal to false, and true or false equals to false. Okay, let's go with these 3 commands, right? Let me place print, yeah, for the sake of clarity. Yes, that's what I expected, in fact. Okay, let's focus on these 3 commands, 3 printing lines. False equals to false. Okay, this is false. This is a true expression, in fact. False equals to false. True or false gives the final expression of true, in fact. Both of them are false, but the expression is true. Understand, right? And at the second print, false does not equal to false. Just at the first run, just we can say that this is false, this is not true. False and true, of course. False and true means false or false. There are 2 false, 1 true, and 1 true, but it's in the comparison of and 2 false or false. Of course, it will give the result false. Let's focus on this one. Print false does not equal to false, or this is false. Okay, false and true. False and true means false or false. This is another block. Let's consider this one. False equals to false, just as the first example. This is true, so only 1 true is enough to get the true result in OR comparison. This is the results of the Bible, logical Bible. Okay, let me go on with this one, and I say to computer interpreter, please leave an empty space, empty line. Print true equals to true. Okay, this is true, just as a summarize. Just you can consider it, this is a repetition. This is of course a repetition for intently. Okay, false equals to false, another gives another true, right? True equals to false, this is false because it's not a true resultant. False equals true, this is another false right now. False equals to open parenthesis false or true. The result of false or true is true. False equals to false. And the final line, true equals true or false. Let me focus on here. The result is true, of course. 1 or 0 equals to, gives the result 1. 1 equals to 1 or true equals to true gives true. Okay, at this phase 1, just intended to give an idea and to give the startup features of Python programming. After that, at the next video, we go on with one step further, and just when I okay. Thanks for your watching me. Wait patiently. Please give your comments, and if there is anything to ask me, or if you hesitate on anything, just you can contact me by commenting under this video, and bye bye, and be peace, keep in peace up to my next video. Thanks for your watching. Thanks for your coming my walking room. Bye bye. Thanks once again.